Right now, the city of Albany is sitting on tens of thousands of unpaid parking tickets worth a small fortune. Records show over 50,000 issued tickets are still outstanding. The total value of those tickets is in the millions of dollars. Pat Bailey has been working this story. He joins us live now in downtown Albany with the figures in a story you'll see only on 6. Pat?
Yeah, that's right, Liz. Just like every other upstate city, Albany just now starting to put their budget together for next year. And in a day and age where every penny matters, an extra $4 million could be used here in the city of Albany, city officials say. But that's only if everybody paid their parking tickets. Unfortunately, 50,000 people did not. The city says they would love to have that extra revenue, but they're not banking on it. Since 2010, about 300,000 City of Albany parking tickets were issued. To date, there are still over 50,000 outstanding or unpaid. Total value, $4.2 million. Is that money the city could use, especially in this day and age?
No doubt. Yeah, no doubt. And that's something that they would aggressively, I'm sure that there's a process in place to go after them.
Whose job is that? According to the mayor, it is the Parking Violations Bureau in conjunction with the City Treasurer, Kathy Sheehan. I took my findings, which I obtained through a Freedom of Information request, to her.
There's a pretty significant portion of that we will collect.
But why not all of it? According to Sheehan, of the 50,000 outstanding tickets, quote, many are issued to people who live outside of the city. The head of the Parking Violations Bureau says they have no jurisdiction outside of Albany and virtually no way to get money from those who come in for a day and park where they want. So is it fair to say if you live outside the city of Albany, you can rip off the city of Albany?
I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far. But it's going to come. That day's going to come where we can reach out outside the city. I mean, that's something that we're working on.
But what about the ones who do live in Albany and don't pay? Records show 6 of the 10 biggest offenders live within the city.
It's not that I'm not in a hurry to collect it. It's that there's typically is a delay between when the ticket is issued and when we collect that money.
City officials say although the $4 million is not necessary to balance the city's budget, it's a large amount of money they could use.
Once we find them, we will get them. We'll boot them. We'll summons them to court. We try to summons them into court. You know, they're not answering the court letters. I guess maybe the next step would take them to small claims court.
Now, the head of the Parking Violations Bureau told me today when you're talking about people who live outside the city and trying to go after them and collect the ticket money, he says a lot of them are students that come to the colleges here in downtown Albany, St. Rose, and of course Albany. And he says right now the city is working with the colleges to maybe come up with a way to get that money before the students leave at the end of the semester. Liz?
Are there any facts out there that show who the biggest offenders are or just how much people actually owe individually?
Yeah, in fact, we foiled that information as well, and we got that. And believe it or not, and it's when you hear the city officials saying that you can't go after the people who live outside the city, as you heard in the piece, 6 of the top 10 offenders, individual offenders, do live in the city of Albany. Combined, they owe the city $8,200, and again, that's just 6 people in the city of Albany. Coming up tonight at 6 o'clock, hear from city officials as to why they did not or cannot go after those people and what they're trying to do to get that money in the meantime.
Yeah, that's a big chunk of change for somebody who all of a sudden got faced with having to pay that.
The top offender, $1,720, Liz.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Imagine having to dip in your pocket for that. Pat Bailey, thanks for that live report from Albany.